Today's guest is a young lady by the name of Zoe Gignac. She's a student at St. Thomas of Villanova Secondary School in her hometown of LaSalle, Ontario. She's well known for her kindness to others and her great love for social sciences. Let's hear it for Zoe. Thank you. Why don't you start by telling us a bit about yourself? For example, what kinds of things do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, I am part of the choir at my school, or once was when there was one. I do rhythmic gymnastics. I help out with the student council and the school plays.
Okay. What attracts you to social sciences?
It's the history, the fact that there's so much mystery in the history books that we don't always know. And there are so many various cultures that we can explore.
I heard that you're taking a course on world travel this year. Tell me a bit about what you're learning in that course.
Well, we are learning how to plan different stuff for traveling. Like, we had to plan a cruise. We had to put together a menu for Caribbean. We had to talk about different landscapes in Europe, in different countries, and it's really fun.
What kinds of food are in a Caribbean dish?
Well, the country I did, Cuba, I did Cuban pastries. They're sweet and savory inside, and it's a pastry. Like, sometimes there's goat cheese, guava paste, and other fruit.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
If I had to choose one country, I would choose Greece, because it's got lots of history and it's a very cool culture.
Okay. I've noticed that Canada is becoming more and more of a monoculture over time. What do you think folks in Canada could learn by studying other cultures?
I think that they could learn that we're all different in a certain way, but that should not make us fight. It should bring us together, and we should just be kind.
Okay, let's talk about world history for a few minutes. What do you think are the most important historical events that helped to shape the modern world?
I think one of the most important histories that helped shape the modern world is the Renaissance, because it had loads of different inventors, philosophers, artists, and one of the ones that I can name off the top of my head is Michelangelo and Beethoven.
Which historical figures do you find inspiring? Do you say about yourself in any of them?
I think Queen Victoria and Mary are a few of my big ones, and I do see myself in their shoes. Like, how Mary was very kind, and I've got kindness. I strive to be her.
I understand that you have quite a mix of ethnicities in your background. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, I have British, Scottish, French, and Lebanese, and in Lebanon, the two main faiths are Christian and Muslim, and they basically are. They were ruled by the Romans for a pretty long while, and it's very mountainous.
It's clear that you have a bright future ahead of yourself. Do you see yourself becoming more of a specialist in some field, or do you think you'll always be a student of all social sciences?
I always found history and geography interesting. I think if I had to do a special field, I'd choose history, though.
You seem to have a natural leadership ability. Have you ever thought about going into politics?
I did do some politics stuff in school. I did Model UN. So yeah, I have.
Sadly, we need to wrap up our program now. Thanks so much for coming on our show today, Zoe.
Thank you. I loved being here.
This has been TED Talks, the show where TED talks and the guest talks back. See you again next time.